Revlon come up with their So Fierce mascara. Currently there is another versions of it, but besides the mascara, they also have eyeshadows, and I'm sure they're gonna come up with something else. But what I wanna talk to you about today are the eyeshadows. And why? Because years back, or make it 15 years ago, when you went to a drugstore, yes, you could buy makeup, but not all of it was the same quantity, not quantity, quality, which we have now, including the pigmentation. But some of the items were good, such as Revlon Custom Eyes. What is it? It's a small eyeshadow palette with 5 different shades, and the pigmentation, it's wonderful. If you know pigmentation of the Wet n Wild eyeshadows, this, it's on the same level. But anyway, so years back, this was wonderful. Then they took it out of the market. When I was browsing in the makeup aisles, I saw those. And besides this, they have, I think, 4 or 5 other shades. But the deal is, when I look at it, I'm like, this thing reminds me of something. And what it was is this. Why? Because besides the texture, you have few different shades. And I was wondering if the new shades is just remake of those. And why? Because Olmay, yeah, I think it's Olmay, they used to have the eyeshadows for particular eye color. So let's say you have combination of eyeshadows for blue eyes, green eyes, brown, hazel. And not too long ago, they come up with the same concept. So when I saw this, I was like, that looks kind of familiar. So either way, let me make swatches of them. Custom Eye has 5 shades. The newer one has 4, because I couldn't find the exact shades, or I should say the same match in those. That's the reason why I bought 2 sets. But without further ado, let me swatch them. So in that case, you can see the difference between those 2, and then we're gonna compare to this one. If you look closer, the top, it has a little texture, so it's like a little wave on the top. And also those ones are shimmery. I think they also come up with the matte versions, but let me just swatch the colors for you. I'm gonna start with 961, which is that's Adapt Victoire. So let's swatch the shades first. 3, 4. Okay, so those are the shades. And come on, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we go. You can easily see it. The second palette, it's 965. Okay, so it's 961, 965, and I think there were 4 more palettes. And yes, there was blue. I know there were a few other colors. If something, I'm gonna insert pictures so you can easily take a look at it yourself. Okay, so those are the other 4 shades. 2, 3, 4. Those are the other 4 shades. If you look at them side by side, yes, you have a light color. However, this is more sparkly, while this is a bunny color. You have, I don't know, like a dark taupe and then apricot. Those 2, they look similar, but they're not. So one of them, it's more brown, let's say more golden, the other it's more brownish. And then you have, you know what, let me swatch I'm gonna swatch those 4 shades right next to each other. So in that case, I know exactly the difference between them. Okay, so now you can see it for yourself. Even though those 2 look similar, they're not. When you look from far, the shades look similar, but after swatching, none of the shades, it's exactly the same. So now you're not gonna have doubles. You know how those shades look. So now let me swatch this palette, let's say somewhere up here, so I can compare it. Let me swatch them first. 2, 3, 4. And yes, they are really pigmented. Where can I swatch? 2, 3, 4, those 5 shades, 5, yeah, those 5 shades, I have them right here next to the other shades. And if you can take a look, they're not as shimmery, but you still have a variety of shades. Those shades, no, they're not the same as those. However, you still can see, I'm not gonna say similarities, but you can find equivalent. And since this one it's not available, obviously you cannot buy it anymore. This is more powdery, and also because I have it for such a long time, I had small fallouts, while with the other one not so much. Okay, when you apply it, yes, you're gonna have those baby fallouts depending how stiff your brush is, but otherwise it went smoothly. Another difference, that the older version, it gives you a lot of punch, it's pigmented. Well, the newer one, you can have a wash of color if you want to just light layer, or if you want a punch of color, you can just build it up. So yeah, so for right now, that's what I can tell you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna insert footage of me applying those shades on my eyes. I have 2 palettes from Revlon. One, it's called Tantrum Caprice, and that's the one with the, I know, corally shade. And second is, that's a Dab Victoire with a darker shade in it. Because so many of those colors, I should say majority of the colors in a palette are browns. And let me give you a small comparison. Those are the colors side by side. Because majority of them are browns, I'm gonna try to go for the more bolden colors. I'm gonna apply this shade underneath my brow. It gives you a nice shade, or I should say nice layer of a color, and it's not too overpowering. Next shade is gonna be this apricot color. I'm gonna apply it on my lids. Okay, it goes kind of smooth. So far, they are looking pretty. In reality, I could just stick with the look which I have now, but I'm gonna apply another shade. And what can we do here? Since I have this one underneath my brows, I'm gonna apply the pearly shade up the front. Yeah, up the front of my eye, and then one of the darker shades in the crease. So in that case, I can easily try 4 colors at once. Okay. You do get a nice color, but it's a wash of color. If you want, yes, you can easily build it up. I'm gonna use this shade in the crease. The eyeshadow easily blend one into the other, so you're not gonna see too many lines. I'm gonna apply a little bit more of the peachy shade just to bring back the bright shade back. This is my finished look for right now. I'm gonna apply the rest of my makeup, and possibly I'm gonna put a little bit more shade underneath my eye, but so far that's what I got. And we are back. What do I think about the shades? In case if you want have a variety of shades in one palette, yes, this is a nice item. And also, since spring and summer is coming, and if you don't like wear heavy makeup but you want a little bit of sparkle in different shades, there is nothing wrong with this. However, if you're looking for the equivalent for this one, you're not gonna get it because this one was more pigmented. But when I look at the swatches, yes, possible I can match some colors to make them look similar. However, because so much time passed, and if you prefer something matte and pigmented, you can easily try the Wet n Wild. In the meantime, those shades, it is a nice, let's say, option from a drugstore. And because it's Revlon, you can easily buy them on sale and use coupons. And since they either already come up or they will with the matte formula, so if in case if you don't like shimmer, there is nothing wrong with trying the shades. But the way how they apply, they're a little bit, oh, it has that jelly bake formula. So when you touch it, it's a little bit, it's not soft, but you can feel the shade, and then it goes like a butter on the skin. So yes, you can go with the light wash, or you can just build it up. My final thoughts, yes, I do like the shades. Either I'm gonna use them during the summer or on top of my eyes as a, yeah, on top of the other shades as a topper. I have 2 color stories, and now I'm not gonna buy more because I have other palettes which I wanna go through. But yes, I'm gonna implement those shades. So in case if you want something affordable with a little bit of sparkle, you can easily give it a try. But otherwise, there is nothing wrong with this product. One thing which I have to warn you, depending how stiff your brush is, yes, you can have a little bit of fallout. However, if you're gonna do your eyes first, you can easily clean it up. But no, I didn't have too much issue with the fallouts. And yes, I will say you can easily give it a try to those shades. And hopefully this video was helpful. And I see you next time. Bye!